YouTube? It's Lady Vet here to offer a recap of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 1. We've waited long enough and we are here now, starting with Marvin and the OG Demo who saved Marvin's life during the Italian bloodbath.
Hell of a lot better than having a slug stuck inside you. First, I'm gonna get your fucking spine.
While Marvin is thugging it out, Rock is in the hospital for medical attention, and while surrounded by a host of police, Rock told Lou-Lou to put everything on Crown and don't mess it up. Meanwhile, the police can't wait to hear Rock's account of what happened. We know Lou-Lou is upset with Rock, so when the officer tells Lou to talk to him outside, you can only imagine what Lou will say. After all, he lost his artist, his label has Rock's name on it, he almost lost his life, and is not taking the news well of Rock owning him. Marvin is a true veteran in the game, and with Demo's help, we see Marvin moving the stash. Regardless of the hole in Marvin's side, his mind is still on business. Demo and Marvin have formed a duo that I can see working together in the future. Back at the hospital, Jukebox and Kanan are there with Rock, along with many police officers. And then, Daddy Detective Malcolm appears. He gets Kanan's attention, then walks away to more pressing business. It's been that kind of day for Unique, so he retreats home with Jerome and baby mama Vanessa and notices that they have company. It's Unique's big brother, Ronnie Mathis.
You gonna get up and give your baby brother no love? Don't want my shit to get soggy. Ain't changed one bit, I see.
Ronnie gives us a man of few words, detail-oriented, and an introvert at first sight. He also appears smart, focused on the task at hand, and doesn't see Unique as capable of standing in his shoes. Now back at the hospital, under police questioning, Raquel did what she does best, lie. Rock's story was based on her family's legacy of music, moving her to join Crown's business only to find out that someone wanted her to pay what Crown owed. She refused and was threatened that they would circle back. Malcolm chimed in to say that Crown has been dirty, but he had a big old brain on his shoulders. What's more interesting, Rock said that she heard a knock on the door and saw her niece's mother and two guys in the street shooting. She got hit, so Rock ran back into the house and got her registered gun and shot the first guy. And she was fighting for the bullets, and the second guy came into the house, and she grabbed the first guy's gun and shot the second guy in his back. Okay, Rob. Back at Bulletproof, Uncle Lou-Lou has the detective's ear and the smoke, and he sang the Crown song as instructed by Rock. As if Malcolm didn't have enough to do. Just as he explained to the captain that he was there because he thought that all hands were needed on deck, here comes his partner Burke, doing all that she can to get a bullet in her brain. Burke charged into the hospital and demanded that she speak to Malcolm now. As she began to blame Malcolm for everything that was happening, the captain interrupted her and told her to come with him. He told her that she is suspended for trying to bring down Howard and the department. He asked for her gun and shield and told her that the union rep will reach out to her. Well, by now, Sal knows that Rock is alive, so he made his way over to Stefano's fish tank place. Stefano told Sal that he made a mess of things and that the feds are listening in on a bunch of their spots. Sal apologized profusely for the troubles and the fact that things did not go as planned. Stefano didn't care. He told Seff that police are everywhere, but Seff wanted the dust to settle and he would clean things up. Not happening, Stefano said. He told Sal that his cleaning days are over and that his side of the river is where he can go clean up. He was sure there was a mess there in New Jersey. And that Sal should buy a couple of butterfly fish before he leaves, because he was done with Sal's plan to get Rock. Speaking of Rock, she and the family, minus Uncle Lou-Lou, came home to the suburbs. When Rock mentioned that she had many boxes to unpack and wondered how she would do it with one arm, Marvin said not to worry because Kanan can help. But Kanan chimed in and told Marvin that he doesn't live there. Rock said, just forget it. She'll make tea and they can talk because they do have things that they need to talk about. Marvin noticed Kanan's behavior and proceeded to tell Kanan that he lives wherever his mother lives, but Kanan blew off the words of Marvin. Marvin exchanged words with Kanan to the point that Marvin remembered to exercise his breathing before getting angry, because Marvin was ready to check Kanan. Uncle Lulu paced around the bulletproof studio. He focused on the blood-stained floor where he lost his artist and bedmate. Then an officer came to the door and reminded Lulu that he was in a crime scene and that he had to go. Poor Lulu. In the burbs, Rock and the family sat around the table. First thing Rock did was offer condolences for the loss of Kenya and told Jukebox that she was sorry. Jukebox wanted to know what was she doing at the house. Rock explained that she came to talk about Juke and that she loved her and was sorry for all that had happened with their relationship. Of course, Rock ad-libbed, and Marvin echoed the same sentiments to Jukebox. Then Raquel moved on to her main announcement, the one about she's done. Things cost more than she's willing to pay. So she declared that she is done with the game. She's out. Kanan asked her if she thought that they were good, but Rock said they had a lot to talk about. Kanan told her that he had nothing to talk about with her, and the only reason that he came to the hospital was to hear what story that she and his father put together. Marvin had many questions.
The only reason I went to the hospital was to keep this bullshit ass story you and my father put together about crime.
His father? What the fuck he talking about?
You want to tell him? Or should I?
Like I said, Kanan, we got a lot to talk about. And I'm gonna have that conversation with you and everybody else.
Ain't shit to talk about. Cause if you talking, you lying.
Kanan stormed out of the house with Jukebox closely behind him to try and talk him into coming back inside and giving his mother another chance. I guess Rock ain't raising Kanan no more because Kanan did not come back. But inside the house, there was a confused Marvin looking for answers.
What the fuck is going on here?
This shit is about to fuck real hard with your head, Marvin.
Marvin wanted to know who knows, and he told Rock that he would not have said anything about it to anyone. But Rock was leaning towards what the streets would say about her and how difficult it would be for Kanan to grow up as a cop's kid. Rock said that she didn't say anything to Lou because it would be another reason for him to be mad at her. Detective Burke went to see her dad. When he told her that the captain already called him earlier, she said that he got the call before she did. The captain was concerned, according to her dad, that Burke was not only going to lose her job, but that she would end up in prison. They argue that nobody cares about her rambling on about Howard because she was the one under investigation. Dad told her that they would meet with her union rep and attorney together and that he would do the talking and she should say less because he knows how the people operate. Unique and Ronnie rode around the neighborhood talking about things that had changed since Ronnie was inside. Ronnie barely heard a word from Unique. Instead, he said that Rock was making money off of Unique's back, that he put Unique in a top spot. Now he's demoted to entry level. Unique tried to explain that he's got it all wrong, that things change, and you gotta change too. But Ronnie made it clear that he didn't care what Unique had to say. Kanan found himself back at Famous's place, where they talked about Kanan never going home again. Famous told Kanan that he wished that his mother would let him come home. Kanan told Famous that his mother is different. Famous showed Kanan the eviction notice, and Kanan told him that he should be getting their own money and not worry about anyone else. Kanan asked Famous if Simrad had work. Famous responded that he doesn't know because he buy weed and smoke it is all he does. Kanan responded, look at the eviction notice, the rent is due. Now we know Lou-Lou has been angry. Uncle Lou-Lou finally got a chance to let off some steam with Marvin. Lou is drinking nonstop, of course. Lou told Marvin that when he wanted out, Rock said that she owned him, but now she gets to say she wants out. Marvin told Lou that the whiskey is talking for him, but Lou said that it was all his words, no liquor talking for him. Then Lou-Lou told Marvin about Scrappy and how he really didn't need to die. Lou told Marvin that Rock messed that up too and told him so. Lou-Lou said that Rock killed Scrappy for no reason. Marvin said that Scrappy was hiding something. Lou said he still didn't need to be taken out, so they poured out some for the brother. And again, Lou-Lou said it's all Rock. Jukebox went over careers with her school counselor, who offered very few options. She asked Jukebox what did she like to do, what did she enjoy doing. But when Jukebox said that she enjoyed singing, she was told that singing is not a career, it's a pastime. With that said, Jukebox headed for the door. The counselor wished her luck and had a sandwich. Malcolm and Raquel had a rooftop meet to cover their bases. Malcolm let her know that it looks like they are buying the story about Crown Camacho. Malcolm asked about Kanan, and Rock told him that they are going through some things. Malcolm told Rock that Kanan needs to know that they're on the same team, that Kanan needs to know that his parents are on the same side. Rock said that they are not on the same side, but Malcolm made it clear that when it comes to Kanan, they are on the same side. At the union meet, Burke and her dad learned that they were looking into Burke's interactions with minors, which were illegal based on her position. Burke said that they were twisting her good deeds. The union rep said that based on her actions, they don't have to do much twisting. Simrad and Romeo got a visit from Famous and Kanan. They wanted to get work, but Simrad told them that he can't take chances with all the heat around. Haven't they heard about the Italian laydown? And oh, by the way, he wouldn't give him work anyway because Famous is a fiend. And he would not do business with him because he would probably smoke it away. Marvin was given a box from Kenya's church with Laverne's name on it. So Marvin reminisced while going through the things. When Jukebox came home, he explained that her mom was keeping it for her and that he would go with her if she wanted to attend Kenya's memorial at the church. Marvin and Jukebox embraced over the loss of Kenya. This was the most touching moment of the episode, in my opinion, and also leads to why Jukebox was who she was when Kanan killed her. At Famous's place, he searched for food that he had already eaten and was questioning Kanan when they heard a knock at the door. According to Famous, it was Kanan's mom and the police. When asked to leave, Famous reminded them that it was his place. So Rock gave him money, of which Kanan didn't want him to take, to go out and get pizza. Famous took the money and was out. Kanan started the conversation with, "So what? You two getting back together?" While one family discussed how to stay out of trouble, another one was dealing with their loss. At Marvin's place, Jukebox went through the box from her mom. There were old music albums, pictures, and the Bible with highlighted areas and post-it notes attached as tabs. Malcolm pulled a daddy card on Kanan. He explained the importance of keeping their business straight. But Kanan told Malcolm about Burke, and while they are keeping things on the low, what about all that Burke knows? Rock admitted that Burke also followed her around the grocery store. Malcolm told them that he would handle it, but they needed to keep their noses clean and mouths shut. Kanan reminded Rock about getting him to put down Malcolm, and he told Kanan that they were there because he kept putting this in the atmosphere. Medina and Burke met, but it didn't go as Burke planned. Medina told Burke that she worked too hard to care for her mother for Burke's mess to interfere. Medina told Burke that she never listens because everything is about her. Medina told Burke that she is done with her and this thing with Howard. She walked away and left Burke with her mouth open. At the Mathis household, Vanessa wants to know how long will Ronnie be there because she doesn't think that there's enough room for all of them. Unique asked her, what does she want him to do? After all, it's his brother. She was concerned that Ronnie is a problem. Unique assured her that he got this, for her not to worry because nothing is going to happen to them, and that there's not going to be any trouble from Ronnie. Kanan meets with Uncle Lou-Lou at the old house. Lou-Lou is already seated on the floor. Yes, of course, Lou is still 38 mad with Rock and found someone else to vent his frustrations while he continued drinking. Lou believes that Kanan is the only one that he can talk to, the only one who knows Rock like he does. So Kanan takes a seat on the floor. Lulu starts his rant with D-Wiz, but Kanan knew. Lou asks if he knows that Rock had him do it. Kanan quietly tells a drunk Uncle Lou that he could have said no to Rock, and admits that he could have said no to Rock also. Unique headed to the burbs to see Rock. Rock answered the door with gun in hand, asking Unique if he was lost. Unique responded with a line from the Grown Man Handbook. Unique asked Rock how she was feeling, and she mumbled something about an accident waiting to happen. So Unique told her that it sounds like she could use a hand. Malcolm called Burke to set up a meet. He called her from a payphone and he told her nosy self that he would tell her anything that she wanted to know, and that things have gone on too long. While Rock scrambled eggs, Unique explained that Sal would not make another move till things cool down and the dust settles. Rock commented that he won't get that far with her because she was trying to figure out how to get the Jersey guys off of her back and she's out of the game. Unique responded that he will miss her from the streets. Rock told Unique that he will be all right. Yes, he will be all right. But he told her that when he see her, that was the best part of the game for him. Now, something about this street talk turned both of them on. Unique kissed Rock, and yes, Rock kissed him back. Jukebox dusted off the record player and set it up for her private memorial for her mom. Marvin attended Kenya's church memorial. Jukebox surrounded herself with the items left to her from her mother. Laverne placed the items on her bedroom floor in a horseshoe-like circle and placed herself in the center, stretched out on her back, and placed the Bible on her belly. After Marvin had enough of the church memorial, he gracefully walked out and back to the life as he knows it. Uncle Lou-Lou and Kanan sat quietly on the floor, passing the bottle back and forth while suffering internally from the damage done by their mother and sister and their own personal choices. Raquel and Unique enjoyed each other. Now, if you followed Burke's journey since starting out on Malcolm's team, she was a bit of a hardhead and stubborn. Even her dad said that she had a problem listening. So as the episode ends, it comes as no surprise that Burke was begging for a bullet in her brain. The only question was who would do it. Well, she was all up in Malcolm's business, and Malcolm became the likely candidate to take her out. I'm glad that Raising Kanan is back, and if you want more recaps like this, subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for watching. I'm out.